I'm Samantha Mollen.
And I'm Kottie Kreischer.
And this is Don't Worry About It.
Do we need to introduce ourselves?
No.
Are we keeping the title of our podcast?
Who fucking knows?
Okay.
Don't worry about it. I worry about everything. No, I do, but you do too.
Hi, Kottie. How are you?
Hi.
It's so good to see you.
God, I'm in a better mood today.
I really look forward to these.
Don't you, though?
These weekly meetings. It's like a sweet little gift from the heavens.
Sure is. I'm telling you. Here you go.
So we're talking about Kottie's college friends from SMU, and one in particular always had the cutest fucking clothes on, and I want to just creep and copy everything.
She lives
does.
in San Francisco. Catherine,
She's still married.
talking about you, baby.
She's still married?
Yeah, still married.
Okay.
She has 2 kids.
She just has the best taste.
She does. She really has great taste.
Yeah.
She always has. She's
Yeah.
from New York, though, you know?
Oh, really?
Yeah. From New York, only child.
Oh,
Mom
gotcha.
is like a baller vice president of some huge company.
I need Catherine to post more outfits of herself. Can you report that back to her?
Yes.
'Cause
I'm gonna text her and say, we're talking about you on our podcast.
She's just so cute. I
She's
mean,
fucking
obviously she has
adorable.
the cutest little body and she's gorgeous, but it's more than that. It's I don't know. It's like an effortless chic.
It is.
I'm gonna creep. I'm gonna try and add her. Is she private? I'm gonna make.
I
her
don't
add
think
me.
so. I'll tell her to add you.
Okay. Okay. So Kottie has been looking to buy a house for a long time. There's just sort of been a weird market and I
know.
And do you don't want to do work, do you?
I'm not opposed to it.
You're not?
No.
I mean, I
would
guess
totally do
because
it.
you're comfy where you are, so you could stay there and then do work.
So easy.
Living where you're doing work is not an option for me ever again. I've done it before.
Oh, yes.
Trying to sort of live there and do work. It's I think it's a constant purgatory. I love a deal and I love doing, especially because my husband makes furniture. I love the idea of doing something and then adding so much value and whatever. But I'm to the point now where I'm I will pay whatever premium within my means to just not have to deal with it. Just for the ease of it just being done.
Yeah, I don't really have a desire to redesign. Actually, I take that back. I want to redesign a space through items and furniture, but I have no desire to
do construction.
Zero interest. So
Yeah.
anyway, I found
Yeah, tell us.
I was at work last night and so was Mike. We were both at work and our realtor, poor thing, she sends us so much stuff and we're like,
Oh, did she send it to you?
She sent it to us because they were having an open house. And what's so crazy is we get flyers all the time at our house for new homes.
Open, yeah.
Always.
Do you feel there's a lot in your neighborhood?
Our street in particular is right now being rehabbed. There's 5 brand new homes.
It's a sweet
It's a sweet
central
little
nook.
It's very family oriented.
Mm-hmm.
And they just tore down this one big ranch style home that was very old. And a developer bought it and they're putting 2 homes on it, 5 bedrooms each, guest house each, pool.
Was it a bigger lot than yours right now?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a big lot for that area.
Yeah.
But I'm did you really need to put 2 $4 million new builds in one lot? It's just silly to me.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm you could have scaled back a little, done something reasonable.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we get,
Did you go in?
they're still building those.
okay.
But we get flyers all the time. I always throw them out immediately. Every house looks the same to me. They're farm style homes. It was very on trend 5 years ago. It still is. That's what people want. But I throw all of them out.
Okay.
So last night she emails a link and I'm ugh, here we go again. I don't like thinking about moving for some reason, even though we are ready to go. We're approved, we're ready to go.
In your nature.
I am more
You're very
comfortable with change than Mike is.
Really?
Mike with, oh my gosh.
I would, if I had to bet,
oh my
blindly
gosh.
bet, I would say he is. But
Different areas of life. He would love a new career challenge or going to speak on panels where I'm kill me now. I don't want to do any of that.
yeah.
I'm comfortable in my job. I just want to stay there, put my head down and do the work.
Mm-hmm.
Moving, I love moving.
Me too.
I love moving. I love rearranging
purge,
our
the
room,
cleanse,
the cleanse,
the
new
paring
space, the new
down.
energy.
Yeah, the realizing what you don't need, anymore, and
But
just the
I wonder if it's because when we talk about our childhoods,
yeah,
his parents got divorced. He never had a family. He had a family home for a hot minute. you know?
Yeah.
And whenever we go to visit, he always drives past it. Like he's very attached to that family home. Whereas my parents were always together. I only lived in one house growing up, you know?
Yeah.
So I was born in that house. And when I graduated college, I came back to that house. And my parents just recently sold it, like maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
They sold it.
But is their house nearby? Their new house?
You could walk, yeah.
Okay. But then do they
Different
still have the
neighborhood.
beach house?
No, they sold it.
Okay. Is it a lot smaller, their new house?
Well, our old house, they kept like adding on to.
Yeah.
Our old house was like 4,000 square feet, I think. For something. It was pretty big.
Yeah.
The old house was really big.
Yeah.
And then the new house is like 3,500. It's
Yeah,
not
not
much
substan-
different,
yeah.
but it's all on one level because they wanted something like to grow old
Yeah,
in where they could
totally.
wheel around together.
Yeah.
They're not in
To
wheelchairs
diet.
yet, you know,
To wheel around.
to wheel around
Oh my God,
together.
stop.
But
But you don't
anyway.
have any like you're not like hung up on them selling the house. thing.
No, they sold it to, you know what's sweet? They listed it on a Friday.
Uh-huh.
A family, a young couple,
Yeah.
both, I want to say they're both radiologists or oncologists or anesthesiologists.
Wait,
That's
they
what they're.
leased it?
No. They
Oh.
listed it.
Okay.
And they listed it for a very reasonable price. They just wanted like a nice family to get it. And these two doctors, young doctors, came and saw it and fell in love. And they were like, we want to have kids in this house. This is going to be our forever home. They saw the value of the home the way that we did. You know what I mean?
And your parents were like, when we need some
They
radiology,
sold it. Yeah, exactly. When we're wheeling around our new house,
we'll sell it to you. But you have to promise one thing.
you're going to scan our bodies in 5 years.
Every few years.
When we start going
I
south.
send you my labs.
So yeah, this family, they sold that house within 24 hours, I think. Our
Got
old
it.
house.
Yeah.
And the new family it's beautiful. I took pictures.
So
Last
you
time I was home.
think
And my dad still will go knock on the door and be like, how is everything? How's the backyard?
that's so cute.
And they let him in.
I love
They
that.
gave him a tour of all the renovations.
I actually think it's nice to be able to like check in with like the previous owner, like especially the first few years that you live in a new home, or like just
Yeah.
to be like, oh, this happened, or like,
Yeah.
how does this work, or who do I
Yeah.
reach out to for this? Like, I mean, it is really, and a lot of people don't get that
No, they
opportunity. I
don't.
mean, especially if it's a new build, of course.
Yeah.
But it is nice. The girl who was like in charge of the estate before when we bought our house, she had actually lived in that house
Yeah.
for a few years with the previous owner, and so she was helpful. Like, it's just so nice
It
to
is
like have
nice.
somebody to ask shit, you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, it's not that often that you need to know like a historical,
No.
question about the
No,
house.
but just more
to
like
have that.
functionality,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
of stuff. So you think was Mike weird when you guys left the condo that you lived in?
Oh my gosh.
Really?
When we moved into the condo, he had a total mental breakdown. He was like, this is so far removed. Where are we?
From moving, but
Because we lived on Wilshire. And then
wait,
we
hold
moved
on.
to,
There were two condos. The first condo?
when we lived like mid Wilshire area,
Okay.
he never Annie and I were buying, my sister and I were buying
Yeah.
the new condo
Yeah.
in Beechwood Canyon. So he never saw it.
Yeah.
It was purchased.
Yeah.
He pretty much was like, okay, I'm moving.
Yeah.
So the first day he saw it was the first day that we were sleeping there.
Okay, got it. And so it was
And
like he was like
hated it.
wigging.
He hated it.
Yeah.
When we moved upstairs, he loved it because it was in his comfort zone of change.
He was in his comfort zone, but then like it was like a little bit more of his own thing. So then moving to the house, then how was he with that?
Before we moved, he's like, I'm only living here for 3 months.
Okay. And now he's rooted?
Now, like, you're going to have to, pry that house from his dead, lifeless hands.
So, okay, so you've sent in the listing of this new house that you like.
Okay, so she
and he
sent
hasn't
the list.
responded.
No. So she sent the link last night. We were both at work.
Okay.
And I wrote in all caps.
Okay.
And usually neither of us respond to her. Like, we're like ghosts. So it's so sad. It's like all one-sided, the text.
Okay.
And I wrote in all caps, I go, I love this house.
Yeah.
And then I wrote again in all caps, I want this house. No response from Mike.
This is my house.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
so she's like, I'm going to go swing by and look at it. And then she took some videos.
Yeah.
And she's like, it's a beautiful home. You're not going to find much like
Did you drive
this.
by?
Drive by. So I had no idea where it was.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
No idea where this house was.
Uh-huh.
I go home, I wake up, and I start thinking about it again. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go drive by the house.
Mm-hmm.
So I put it into my maps on my phone, and it's like 0.2 miles.
So
And
did
I
you
went-
walk?
And I went, what? And I walked out the front door, out of our front gate, and I looked to the left because it's telling me to go to the left, and I see the garage. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, I'm looking at that. Like, it was so trippy to be like, oh my God, the house is down the street.
So did
from
you
me.
walk all the way?
Walked
the
all the way down
0.2?
there. I walked all the way 0.2. I was like, ugh, it's taxing.
God, I'm sweating.
I checked my steps. I was like,
Yeah.
it must have been a mile.
Yeah.
And I just, you know what? I can find flaws in everything. I can find flaws in everything. Like, there's a dumpster next to it. Knowing
It looks really well done.
it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that this is similar to what we experienced on Beechwood of like in his comfort zone. He loves living in that area. The walkability factor for Valley Village, you're like you've got Starbucks.
I know. I really
You
like
know,
that.
Gelson's.
Yeah, there's
you
everything.
can walk everywhere. Literally anything you need, you can walk and get. You can get your nails done. You can get a coffee. You know, you can get pizza. Everything.
I'm on
So,
board. Does that mean anything?
I love this house so freaking much.
What if I bought it?
This podcast would be over.
It looks dope. I really hope you get it. So
I
wait,
hope
so
I get it too.
last night, did you say to him, did you look at it?
No, because I was already in bed by the time he got home.
Oh, yeah, you had an event.
This week's really, really bad for him. It's awful. Like,
Should I text him right now and be like, what do you think of the house?
tug the tiger's tail, why don't you?
But what? He doesn't want to move now? What's his game?
You know, I don't know.
Oh.
I hope he is like me, but I know that every flaw he finds in something,
Yeah.
it's him feeding into the fact that he doesn't want change.
Yeah.
He's like, well, the yard isn't big enough. I'm like, well, welcome to LA. You know,
Yeah.
like you're not going to have a yard in LA.
Yeah.
It just is what it is. Like a pool, not having a pool, I understand that. That's non-negotiable.
Yeah.
He wants a pool.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
He wants a garage. He wants a pool. And he
Yeah.
wants an office. 3 things that he needs.
Yeah.
Fine. That checks all the boxes. And all 3 bedrooms are upstairs. I love that.
Oh, and then there's one downstairs?
And then 1 downstairs.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's perfect. All the kids with us.
I love it.
I want it so badly. It's
Can I come
stressing
with you?
me out.
You're going on Sunday?
I'm going on Sunday.
What time?
I think 3:00.
Can I come?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
We can go whenever. It's an open house. He did
What?
an
Oh, on
open
Sunday.
house. He did an open house last night, the
Yeah.
first open house.
Yeah.
What did the realtor said? She said not a lot of people showed up.
Oh.
And then I was like, do you think it's going to go for over asking?
Yeah.
She's like, it could, only because there's not a ton of inventory right now.
Let's go judge the fuck out of it.
You'll fall in love.
I hope
I was
so.
in-
It's hard.
I was
I'm
in-
like very critical.
I was in like the driveway this morning
I'm
looking
gonna go
at
there
everything.
after this. Oh, I found your Dow rosé. Did I tell you?
I had it. Did you like it?
Oh wait, you're the one who told me you
I
loved
told
it.
you. I did.
You don't love it anymore?
I don't think it was cold enough for me.
Wait, you're the one who told me to
I
get it.
know. Did you
Oh.
like it?
You were like, I found this new rosé. It's so good. It's like my new favorite.
Yeah.
And so then I randomly saw it and I got it and I was like, oh, I like it. But I thought you were like obsessed with it.
I was. And then I had it the
Yeah?
other night.
Oh,
It just wasn't cold enough. You know how like it can ruin rosé for you?
yes. Yes.
It has to be cold.
Okay.
You can't put ice cubes in it. It's not the same.
It's not.
How do you get
Oh, it's not.
a bottle of wine cold enough?
Freezer.
Okay, well that's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that?
Okay, so you put it in the
Wait,
freezer.
will it freeze?
No. So you put it in the freezer, like and this is what I'll do. Like if I have like people over and I open like a bottle of white or rosé,
Yeah.
even champagne I'll do, but quick because if you do it too long, it'll mess with the bubbles. I put it in the freezer in between pours, or I will put it in the freezer for like 30 or 40 minutes before I even open it.
Son of
And
a
it's
bitch.
crisp AF. Also, when I was at the country club, I don't even know. Last week, when they give you a glass of rosé or white, they put ice in the cup first, spin it around.
Yeah. Ugh, so bougie. I love it.
I've never seen that done.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Spin it around, dump the ice, and then pour the.
You know what another
wine.
good move is?
What?
You wet the cup. You put water, like rinse it.
Oh, I think that might be what he did.
No, you rinse it.
Yeah?
You rinse it and then throw it in a freezer. And it becomes
Oh.
like chilled.
Oh,
Icy
that's
and
great.
chilled.
So that would be the extra step, but the ice thing is easy. I mean,
Easy.
quicker, and then the whole cup frosted, and I was like, that's what I want to see, baby.
Yeah.
I want to see.
I
a little
don't
bit
even
of,
mind ice
I want to
chips
see a
in
little bit of
mine.
sweat.
Ooh, I'm going to put a bottle of rosé in the freezer when I get home.
Hello,
I'm so bummed. I opened a bottle of Cloudy Bay the other night so that Mike could make sea bass.
a bottle of what?
Cloudy Bay.
Yeah.
Which is like, I mean, it's not like the most expensive wine. but
Cloudy
it's also,
Bay?
Yeah. Is it Cloudy or Oyster? No, Cloudy.
Okay.
It's like $50
Fine. Oh, and
for a
for
Sauvignon
cooking?
Blanc. And I was like,
For cooking wine?
he's like, well, I need white. And I was like, how about rosé? He's like, no. I was like, oh, God. And then we opened this bottle, and I'm like, great, I'm not going to drink it fast enough. And I was like, those will last for weeks. I was like, will it?
Yeah. It will.
A bottle of white will?
Yes.
She's like, they last for
Oh
weeks.
my God, so long. Even my friend who I was telling you has the winery in Napa, I've asked her before. She was like, so much longer than you think. Like,
Okay, good.
especially the ones that you're keeping in the freezer. I mean, the fridge. You're keeping the white in the fridge, right?
Ave, yeah.
So you're fine. You could do like 6 months. Honestly, it'd be fine.
No, but I put Dow out the other night. Everyone loved it.
Oh, I was like, I found it for you because I thought you were like, I can't find it anywhere. And now you're like, oh, you like it? I'm like, I don't know. Do you?
You're like, wait a minute. No, when you texted me that photo, it was right after I had it, but it was like lukewarm.
Ugh, gross.
Like it was just like in the outside fridge, and I was like, meh. I was like, it's just not cold enough. And then you put ice cubes in it, and you just destroy it.
It's destroyed.
It's destroyed.
I used to be okay with that.
I used to
I'm
be
not,
fine with that.
I'm not okay with that.
No.
So my sister was telling me that the other day that she and my dad compete on the Apple Watch. They both.
Oh, Lord.
Do you know? I don't know. Do you know that
Yep.
you can do this?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I guess you can like link your
Yeah.
like
Activity.
profile. Yes.
Yeah.
So she's like, Dad and I are like in a rate like every day. There, she's checking his stuff and like.
Oh, my
he'll
Lord.
He'll like. She's like, today he beat me, and then I was like, what are you talking about? But they're like competitive.
Yeah. Oh, that
It's
is
so
right
sick.
up their
and
alley.
And they were like, do you want to be invited?
Hell
And so
no.
my dad sent me an invite, and I'm like, first of all, I never charge my iWatch because it like we've talked about
Yeah.
this. It lasts for 3 hours, but I'm like, and like, and if I do, like, how could I trick them? Like, could I just like literally
Put
like
it on
put it
Yukon's
on
collar.
like on like something that's like like something that's moving all day, like
Yeah.
a car. I
no,
don't
put
know.
it on the dogs. It works.
Yes, have you?
That would be hysterical.
And they're like, damn,
oh, my gosh.
you be active, girl.
I can't imagine. Oh, did you accept? Let me see your phone.
I mean, I haven't. Don't you have to do it from the watch?
No.
No.
You can accept on your phone. Go to activity and accept. I want to see how much these two lunatics are walking a day.
Oh, I can do it now?
Yep.
Oh.
Let's.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
Here, check it out.
Oh my gosh.
But then, so does that mean, wait, hold on. But by you doing that, does that mean if I put my watch on again, then I'm like tied to, they're like going to see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
She's like, I know when Dad's sleeping or not sleeping based on his movement.
Ew. Or when
dead.
he's doing other stuff.
Oh. He listens to this, by the way. He loves this. He listens to this like in the mornings.
Remember when I first visited your dad's house and I was like, in his bedroom, and I'm like, can I have a Diet Coke? You're like, sure. And I was like, this tastes funny. And it had like
Expired 6
expired.
years
Yes,
earlier.
and I was like, why would he? You're like, my dad doesn't drink soda. I was like, why wouldn't you say something?
But by the way, it is sort of astonishing like how
Fitness.
fast the
Here we
fake
go.
sweetener stuff goes bad.
Don't share my data. Okay, fitness, sharing.
Oh, they're probably already like. Well, actually, no.
Samantha.
He still probably has another 6 workouts today.
Oh my God, he's a nut. When's the last time you wore your Apple Watch? Oh my Lord.
8 years ago,
Yeah, I'm in 2021. You weren't wearing it.
2021 probably.
Oh yeah, you did. You had a little streak, about 3-day streak, and then you took it off.
Because I would only put it on to work to like monitor the workout.
You're
I wasn't
only
wearing
putting it
like
on for
your
workouts.
weirdo Garmin thing that you have on.
Oh
Is
my
it a
God,
Garmin?
Really? It's fucking next level. The fact that your dad is such an athlete and he's dicking around with an iWatch.
He has the new one. He says it's
Yeah,
like
we all do.
No,
No.
you do too.
Your
I used-
father needs a Garmin. That's what real athletes wear.
Yeah. Real athletes.
Ask anyone.
Oh my God! So my dad is up in arms. Okay, you know he does this Phoenix 10K. You know,
Yeah.
have I made you go to that? I
You
feel
tried one year.
I feel like I have. Luca did it with me one year.
Yeah.
So it's annual. So every November, sometime in November, he does like the Phoenix 10K and half marathon.
Yeah.
And it's like his pride and joy. It's like he's been like
Isn't he like the
I think it's like
host
40
of it?
years
Or, yeah.
old. It's literally like one of the oldest standing like races. It's his baby. It benefits like one of his foundations and another charity. And so then yesterday he's like, can you believe it? Lululemon called me. They're doing a half marathon. Oh no, they're doing a 10K on the same day in like the same city. And he's like, you should see his Facebook post. Like he's on one. He's like so furious. The running
out of his
community
city.
scorned you. Like it's like he's so mad. But I don't know that it's going to affect his like core.
You have your dad saved as daddy?
No.
Daddy Silverman? Ew, is that Duran?
It's like it's Luca's contacts and my contacts.
Oh, okay.
You are sick. Get out of my phone, you little weasel.
I was like, you're a freak.
Mine.
What's
my
your
mom
dad
comes
saved
up as like
as?
3 different things.
Art?
Papiche.
Dr. Papa Art Mollen.
Yeah.
It was like, Duran. So when Duran calls you, it says daddy?
It says like 3 different things. You know how it'll go to like. Also, my mom is mothership, Nana. There's like 4
All right,
different
so
things.
I'll let you know when
Benedict. That was
Benedict.
one of her. Benedict Jones. What did you? What
I
did you
sent
find
them
out?
requests to share.
Wait, did you accept?
They
his-
didn't send you one yet.
Yeah, he did.
No, he didn't. Where is it?
I don't know. Maybe I have to do it from my watch.
No, you don't. It's in your phone too.
All right, we'll get to the bottom of
Okay,
it, and
anyway.
next week we'll discuss the varying levels of activity that are happening.
That was
But yeah, so he's furious with Lululemon, and it's kind of hilarious to me. I don't know why I think it's funny.
Oh,
He's not going to
man.
think it's funny when he finds out that I think it's funny.
How far is it 10K? 5 miles? 3 miles? Wait.
It's
A 5K is 3, right?
yeah. So 10K is like 5 point something, right? Give me
that's
my
not bad.
phone.
That's what I did this morning.
Outside or inside
Ew, no, inside.
with the trainer.
No, by myself. You know what I've been doing lately? I've been hopping on the treadmill.
Yeah.
You guys can copy me because this is fucking bomb.com.
Oh, 6.2, 10K, 6.2.
Easy.
Let's just like actually
I do
like
that
have some real
before
facts here.
lunch.
Okay.
I hop on the treadmill and I put on Girl Talk. 52 minutes, fully loaded mix on YouTube, and I just go, dink.
Girl talk? What's that?
What? You don't know what Girl Talk is?
No. What is it?
It's like a famous DJ.
Oh.
And he
Oh.
does like classics and hip hop.
Oh, so
and
it's
they're
just like
all
a
blended.
good, like energizing mix.
Yeah, it's like a classic beat with like hip hop lyrics and like pop.
so and it
infused.
changes. The playlist
It changes it changes like every 30 seconds
So
to a
it's
new
Spotify,
song. No.
Apple. What'd you say?
It's YouTube. You can't get it anywhere.
Oh.
I think because the segments of music are so short, he doesn't technically have to license
Oh, but it's on the
anything.
TV.
No, it's on my phone.
But are you watching a video?
No, I'm just listening to
Oh,
it.
okay, got it. Oh, we got you because it's
Yeah. It's like a nonstop mix that it's like just amazing.
and if it's only a
and
certain
I did
amount of
5
time, yeah.
miles listening to it. Took me 70
Damn.
minutes, but
on that weird treadmill? No,
what weird? No, the one with the knife in it.
the one like that goes like this.
No, the wayward.
There's still a knife in
Still
the,
a knife in that
the
treadmill,
woodway.
guys. Yep. Woodway.
What's the other weird one? The U-shaped treadmill that you have?
Bert got rid of it.
Oh, okay.
It was Bert's.
That was weird.
It was like yeah, the self.
Yeah, I don't like propelling. The
Yes,
self-propelling.
it's stupid. It was so hard.
Ugh, don't like it. So my kids are out of school like super early. They got out on the 2nd of June.
That's awful.
I know.
And they don't go back till August.
No, they don't. And I'm just kind of like every day is like I'm like the social director, but like on a new level now. It's like each one of them has a different request.
I don't know how you do that.
Tonight I'm doing a sleepover.
People are coming over to sleep.
Yeah, people one person.
Whose friend, Luca or Ez?
Ezra, because Luca always has his friends over.
So when. Oh, Luca has his own room now. I forgot.
Yeah.
So Ezra's having a sleepover. So where's Dom?
Dom's like, it used to be my room. And I was like, and before that, it was Ezra's room. Where do they sleep?
Yeah, where will Dom sleep?
Well, Dom sleeps with me anyway.
Oh, so Ezra's friend
tonight,
will just
Ezra
sleep
has
in-
2 twin beds in his room, so his friend will sleep in the other twin. And then when Luca has a sleepover, I usually do like the blow up on his floor in his room because he has
It's
like a
weird.
queen, but they won't sleep together. You know, I mean, they're like 10-year-old boys, 11-year-old
Oh, well,
boys.
yeah, I guess
11,
that's
oh my
weird.
God. Or I'll be like, Ezra, you're sleeping in Luca's room, and then make the others sleep in the twins.
Luca, oh, gotcha.
I don't
That makes more
know.
sense.
I just like I'm like don't want to with blowing up a little
pain in the ass.
a little float bed.
It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but I always say yes. I feel like I always like I'm like sleepover, sure, blah, 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 do whatever you want.
Because
And then
you don't
now
need
I'm
to
like
leave.
I like, and I'm like they all want to be at my house, and even Luca like would rather be at my house than his friend's house. And I'm like, oh, it's so cool. Yeah, I'm like they love me so much. I'm so fun. And now I'm like I want them to hate me. I don't want them to want to be here anymore.
No, Duran's home, isn't he?
Tonight, yeah,
It's fun. Does Duran ever come home after work and like have a drink?
no.
Isn't that weird?
Does Mike?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but not until we're on different time zones.
Oh.
Like I'll start drinking at like 5.
Yeah.
4:30 sometimes.
Yeah. He doesn't.
Mike will pour like a glass of tequila at like 9:30, and I'm like, ay, puppy.
Yeah.
And have a cigar.
Because like if it really was like a nightcap and helped you sleep, I get that. But I feel like it would then keep me up. I would be like energized by it and then not want to go to sleep.
No, I can't start drinking at 9:30.
I feel like the only time Duran will do that is like if he has a friend that makes like this whiskey that's like pretty amazing, and oftentimes he'll send. I feel like every month or two he'll send like a new vintage of it or something, and then sometimes Duran will like try it just because it's like, oh, whatever. And then also he's doing this. He's a partner in this new espresso martini. Have I told you about it? It's a canned espresso martini.
Oh my God, I love it.
Which I showed him. Kottie had sent me this.
You showed him that machine?
Yeah, Kottie sent me Instagram. It was like a Kettle One espresso martini machine. It was like a draft espresso martini. It looked so good. Anyway, he's not new. They've been developing. He's a partner in this vodka company and then this espresso martini canned, which I think hopefully will be like in certain hotels soon, which I think is sort of genius for
Does
like
he have any?
We have some, yeah.
I want to try it.
Yeah, I'll give you some. It's really good. So that came, I feel like last week, and then he was like, "Do you want to try it?" And I was like, "Yeah." So then he was like, "Well, there is vodka in it," but he was like, "They say the guy." One of the producers was like, add a shot, shake it up, and add another shot, which probably like...
So add 2 shots?
No.
Oh.
There's like, I think it's like, I want to say like, it's like 15% alcohol. So it would be like equivalent to like, because it's like a little can, it would be like equivalent
half a
to
shot in there.
Like a glass of wine maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Who knows?
Because vodka's alcohol is like 40%.
Yeah, but I don't know what that would be in like a cup. Anyway,
so you have him at home.
So he's like, want to try it? I was like, sure. So he wanted to like see how
good?
good it was. And he added his vodka, it's called Olga, to it, shook it up, and then poured it into a martini glass. It was good. Yeah, I liked it.
Did you?
I was like, he was going to a dinner. So I was like, I just took a sip because I was like, espresso
I don't
martinis.
want to be buzzing by myself at home.
I mean, that's like an upper for sure. It was good.
Maybe I'll try one tonight.
Yeah.
At like 5.
Yeah.
Because I can't.
I do like an espresso martini though.
I never order them because I'm always afraid I'm going to have a panic attack.
Really?
Yeah.
I always was thinking they were so sweet, but they don't have
They're
to be.
not sweet, no.
Yeah. I was like, White Russian, anyone? Remember the White Russians in Vegas?
Oh my God, I think about that once a month.
These were caloric? What are you talking about?
She had just lost so much weight. One of our friends, well, I met her on that trip.
Tracy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Figs.
Our friend Tracy, well, I haven't talked to her in a long time, but I'll always consider her a friend.
She's a good one.
She went to Vegas with us for my bachelorette.
For your bachelorette, we all met her that night.
Yeah.
And she was a wild one. And it's like she discovered a White Russian on that trip.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, it's good. 1's good. 6 is like, ugh. And she was
for whatever reason we got like on a White Russian. We were like, White Russians are divine. And, they just give you free drinks everywhere you go. Like, like that's so obscure.
I think it was the
only.
only.
Like, would you like a vodka soda? Like, White Russian, please?
Because you know what?
The Big Lebowski?
We were so
like,
young.
What is it?
And it was like, we were like thrilled with the free drinks in casinos when they were using like Skull vodka.
Yeah.
So it was the only cocktail you could have on the floor that you didn't taste how horrible the alcohol was. So it was like, it was a glass of milk. It was like
Kahlua,
heavy cream. Oh,
whipping cream. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. Speaking of
which. She
which.
got toasted. Remember when she fell asleep in the pool?
She was removed.
She was like a crocodile?
During the day.
They're like, ma'am, wait, Samantha's bachelorette party. Fucking hysterical. It was such a ragtag group. Ugh. And we didn't have any planners in the group. It was like, oh God. So we signed up. It was like everyone made weird plans. So everyone would take one thing. And like we signed up to go to this pool. And we all show up. And it's the weirdest group of people all together. It was like Sam's old friends and Jenny and me and my sister and Jenny's sister-in-law, Sissy. It was the biggest ragtag group you could find. We have Figs with us.
Tracy, also known as Figs.
Figs, Tracy, who the White Russian queen.
Yeah.
Who is probably like 9 deep at this point. We show up at the pool, not knowing anything about this pool, and realize it's a clothing optional pool. So we're all
So
at
what
a
does
nude
Jenny
pool.
do?
She's fucking naked.
Jenny
like,
takes off her top.
Half the group is naked.
My sister Jenny.
And it's so gross. We're sitting like on a mattress in a cabana, like crisscross applesauce. Some people are naked. Some of us aren't. Eating chicken tenders. It's like really unappetizing to be sitting across from a friend who's naked while you're eating like onion rings. And then we lost track of figs. And she ended up falling asleep in the pool. And she was so hammered. And like the partially clothed lifeguard was like, ma'am, you're going to have to get your friend out of the pool. We're like, oh, she's fine. Don't worry. The universe spits her back out. Like nothing. They're like, she fell asleep face down. We're like, how is she? She had like one eye showing out the pool and like one nostril. She was like a fucking crocodile. And I think she was sleeping underwater. And we don't know how.
She did have one.
She had one eye open.
And one nostril to breathe.
And she was like blowing waters in this naked. She was fully clothed. I think she even took off some clothing, but like everyone's naked in this pool. And then you've got the white Russian queen just like sleeping with one side. It was like she was doing laps and she went into a coma.
Oh my God.
She was
that
so
was
funny.
the highlight of the trip, though. It undeniably was.
And then we lost her that last night.
Yeah.
And then we saw like this old man drop her off in the morning. We were like, "Where were you?"
She's like a 6 episode
oh my God,
story. There is so much absurd.
Did you get naked at that pool?
No.
I didn't.
What do you think?
No, I mean, I think me, you, and Annie
No.
weren't naked.
Hell no. And I was at my fighting weight too.
You were.
Yeah.
I wasn't. Oh, actually, I was.
I feel like you were.
Yeah,
you
I was.
were looking svelte.
I was svelte.
Speaking of which, so we last time we addressed the issue, you were off the juice. Are you still off the juice?
I'm off the juice still.
Semi-glutide.
Oh my God, it's so nice being off the juice.
You're done.
I'm done. I'm done, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. You know what? What's today's date?
What?
Riddle me that, Batman.
What?
My juice expires today. So I will
it's
not be doing
There's no more
there's
temptation.
No more.
Yeah.
No, and I got my macros calculated. This is a good thing we can talk about right now.
Oh yeah.
So there's this girl on Instagram. Her name is
The nutritionist. Is this the one who you said was like an icy bitch to you?
No. She
Okay.
never responded.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I took matters into my own hands and
Okay.
I went back to School of Thought.
Okay.
Her name's Stasha Patwell.
Oh yeah. So, what is it?
She's hardcore.
That hoe over there.
Yeah.
Thought
Yeah.
THOT.
Yes.
That hoe over there.
That hoe
In
over
case
there.
you guys don't know what that means. That thought.
That thought.
Okay. Moving on.
So she has courses you can do. The first course you do, I think, is like certified thought or something. It's like
But
the introductory.
sorry, real quick. What is her expertise? What is her real background to be giving advice?
I think she's a comedian. I
This is why. How do we trust her? What is the? What
because
is
it
the,
works. Just works. Okay. So anyway, it's not like she's telling you to take supplements or anything. Here's her thing. She goes, there's 4 things you have to do. You have to drink a gallon of water a day. The first 32 ounces being before anything goes into your body.
Okay.
Second thing you have to do, 10,000 steps every day.
Which
Third
is
thing,
how many miles is 10,000 steps?
I could probably tell you right now. Well, I'm at 12,000 today, and I think that is humble brag. I have no clue. I think it's about 5.
Okay.
So,
But that's just
yep,
anywhere moving.
you really have to be moving. To
You gotta
yeah.
you gotta okay.
It's intentional.
You gotta put your
So
back into
1
it.
gallon of water, 10,000 steps, calculating macros,
Okay.
2 workouts a week. That's her introductory course.
Whoa, 2 workouts a week is very chill.
She does it. You just log on and you can join one of her workouts.
Okay.
Then she does, it's called PhD. It's for people who have already done that 8-week course. You can sign up for her PhD course. It's
Yeah.
only 4 weeks. Same thing. She'll recalculate your macros based on your weight, age, height. And so I was like, oh, this is easy. This is an easy way for me to get new macros for myself instead of waiting on nutritionists to write back to me. So anyway, she calculated my macros. I'm on day 3. I already have 1 strike against me. That's the thing. It's the biggest part of this program. It's an accountability group. So you are looped in with 8 other women all over the country, all doing the same course. And you have to
You get your own little group. Okay.
you have to text your stats every night. And if you forget to do it 3 nights over that course of however many weeks, you're out of the group. You're kicked out. So
Did you get kicked out?
I'm only on day 3 and I already have 1 strike.
How many did you get? 3?
3.
Damn.
So
girl.
today I didn't finish. I've been working at night and I didn't finish my 10,000 steps Wednesday or Thursday. So today I have to do 15,000 to make up for it.
But do you really wear that hideous watch everywhere you go?
I hate it, but I do, yeah.
Okay.
It's the best.
All right, fine.
It's the best. I'm going to buy you one.
No, thank you.
No, but you know what? Just put it like somewhere people don't see it. Like high up on your wrist.
In my bra?
I kind of want a Fitbit for
On my
bra.
ankle, maybe?
Gross. Looks like you're on parole.
It's my house arrest.
Yeah. So I'm on day 3 or 4. No, I started Monday. I'm on day 5, I guess. Yeah. I keep forgetting to take before pictures. She has
So
my
you're
before
going
and
back
after.
to her just for like
For
your-
4 weeks. And I'll wrap it up right before 4th of
But I
July.
thought she gave you like all those like powders and things.
She recommends them. She recommends.
Like supplements?
Yeah.
But
Like,
they're not her.
nope.
You just go, you order them on your own. See,
She
that
has an Amazon page. And let me tell you something. I highly recommend this chick because I did it last year
Yeah.
and it was great. Then so much has changed. She is really upped her ante.
Didn't you find her on Instagram?
She was on Bert's podcast. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah.
And she sent me my macros
Yeah.
and then sends you a week's worth of meals, 5 meals a day, exactly what to put in each meal. And if you want,
Just the recipes or like the actual food?
let me show you. No, just it's like, okay, for example, like a taco bowl for
Yeah.
lunch.
Yeah.
It's like you need a scale, a food scale. But it's like, no, it's so easy. You just put the bowl on, reset it to 0, and it's like 83 grams of rice, 5 ounces of turkey, a cup and a half of romaine, fat-free cheese, a dollop of,
I just can't.
and you mix it all up. It's so fucking good.
Sounds good, but sounds like too much effort for me. I'd be like, don't care. Just like how you don't care about where your kid sleeps. Don't care.
Well,
Or
because you're
when.
thin. No. If you're not in perfect shape, you go, I should care. I should.
No, I love you. Thank you for saying that. I do care. I just can't.
No,
when-
you're never good with like,
When it becomes
No,
too
you're not.
fussy. Like
Yeah.
you and Annie used to get really good at that. When
Yeah.
you would get super organized in advance. I need somebody else to do that for me.
because you can eat like shit and you can eat great and your body doesn't really fluctuate.
Really?
Yeah, you don't.
Thank you. I'll take it. I'll pretend that that's the
My
universe I live
throat's dry.
in. Okay.
Sam won't let me talk about my health ailments on the podcast anymore because it grosses
Because you
her
go
out.
you get so graphic that then all I can think about is like mucus and disgusting things. I
Wow.
refuse. You're
I'm not in
allowed.
good health again, if anyone's wondering.
You're not allowed. Are you going back on antibiotics?
Probably.
Okay. She's having
It's
more
likely.
throat and nasal things.
Yep. My freaking tonsils
No,
at it again.
stop.
My tonsils
You're
at it.
dead. You're dead. You're killed.
How much would I have to pay you to heal my tonsil? We played this game the other night with 2 people.
To heal it?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Get your nails involved.
Like to like drain it?
Yeah.
You are disgusting.
No, but how much what would be your number? Everyone has
Just
a
like
number.
how we used to talk about how much would you charge to go on Naked and Afraid? Remember
Yes.
that? Remember that?
Yes.
We started at like 5 million and then we like went down to like 50,000, right? Like we were like at least 5 mil. Ew, no, I don't know.
20,000, you wouldn't do it? Yeah, you would. I know you.
I might be scarred for life. I
You
might
would have spent that before your hands could even get in my mouth.
It's already spent,
I
by the
know.
way. No, I mean, I don't
20.
know if I could recover.
Someone had 15,000 and a Nike bag right there.
Nike?
I don't know.
In a Nike bag.
Yeah.
I'm like, and a Nike bag, like as though Nikes are so
You're like,
attractive. Nikes, yes. I don't know. I guess so, yes.
It's so funny to play it with people who like really don't have a bar. Where I'm like, how much?
You're like $100. And they're like, yes.
And one girl I was with was like, I think like 120,000 after taxes. And I'm
After
like, okay. And then I asked a guy and he's like, I do it for 200. And I'm like, ew, gross. I was like, are you in need of money? Like $200? He's
Some
like,
people aren't like that grossed out by stuff.
no.
There's a lot of things I'm not grossed out by.
Really? Like what? You are very easily grossed out.
Well, I guess compared to Duran, like with the kids and stuff, like vomit and like
Oh, that doesn't
poop
gross anyone
and
out.
like all
No.
of that stuff. But I guess it's my own kid, so I think it's different when it's your own kid. Like I'm like, oh, I don't care. Or like if the dogs, like go to the bathroom. Like I don't know. I'm just like whatever. It's like fine.
I'm not good with mucus, really.
Well, that's
You know
weird.
what I mean? Like when people are like clearing their throat or like hawking something, it makes me gag.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Where I'm like, oh God, it's coming
yeah.
up.
Yeah, no.
Or if I see an adult dry heave, I'm done.
You're done.
Like I'm right behind them. It's coming up. If I smell throw up, it's really bad.
Really?
Oh my God.
I don't know.
Ted was throwing up the
I
other
consider
day.
myself to be pretty tough, but maybe I'm not.
Ted was throwing up last time he got the stomach bug. And Lola, I don't think I'd ever seen anyone throw up. So she went to the toilet. I was like, Teddy, okay? And she had her pacifier in her mouth. And she took it out and she started going, And I was like, oh my God, the poor thing. I was like, get away, Lola. It stinks.
Stop it. She started gagging?
She started heaving. And I was like, that is the sweetest thing. I wish I had taped it to see her heave. I was like, same girl, same.
Aw, what a sweetie.
Ugh, I could gag right now. It's so dry in this room.
You're going to die?
No, it's so dry in this room I could gag. If I have a coughing attack, this podcast is done.
All right. Well, are you done talking to me for the day?
No, we've only been on for like 20 minutes.
Really?
I think so. How long?
It's been like 40.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
What a lovely conversation that was.
You just want to keep talking to me for the rest of your life.
God, that was a tight one.
I want to see the house,
Let's go drive past it.
and then I really want you to get it.
So do I.
Yeah.
Maybe you text Mike. You guys are more like-minded.
Should I?
You really should.
Should I right now or after we see it?
I'm going to be so pissed if the audio on this is off because you're like a foot away from that.
Wait, should I text him right
No,
now?
see it first.
Should I sext him?
Yeah, you should. You guys would have a hot relationship. Kind of like me and Duran.
I know. I was thinking about that today.
Let's go see it. And then you text him and be like, Mike.
Okay.
It'd be like schmooshy or whatever you guys call each other.
Smooshy.
Schmooshy.
Like we have pet names.
Hot pants.
All right.
Tech wizard.
Tech wizard. I'm in. I'm totally in. VC master.
Gross. VC master. Ooh, I need some like furniture ones for Duran.
It's very, yeah. You
Woody.
stop.
Tufted dragon.
Dead.
Tufted dragon.
On that note, goodbye. I can't. I love
All right,
you.
more soon next week.
See you next week.
Okay, goodbye.